Alrighty.
Hey guys, Matt Science here, and today I'm doing a podcast on Adam, Cinder and Sun today, along with RWBY. He's the only person on right now, apparently.
Hello.
Sorry, I was just quickly closing something because it was too bright. There is one thing I want to do quickly before we start talking about the characters, and that is read the OC character that I made for this week off the website. Is that okay?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so the OC character that this website came up with, for race I got human, kingdom of birth, Vale. For looks, the character has black hair and blue eyes. For school, it says you don't go to school, which means probably like homeschooled or something like that. A semblance, I got a kinetic shield. That's actually a really cool one to have. And weapon, a scimitar combined with a two-barreled barrel rifle. I don't know what a two-barreled barrel rifle is, nor a scimitar. I know a scimitar is like a sword, though. Team/leader, no. You don't go to school for school, so of course not. Alignment, chaotic good, and for the last one, which is like the crush, friend, rival, or enemy category, I got Coco Adele.
Oh, Lord.
And just for the humor, I would say crush. Because of what we know about Coco.
Yeah.
And also, it's not bad to have a crush if you're not at the school that they go to, right? It's not bad to have a crush on a person if you don't go to that school, right?
Oh, yeah. No, that would not work.
Yeah, it's long distance. Long distance and one-sided.
Oof.
Oof, indeed. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's talk about first character, Adam.
Fun stuff. Lord Edgelord.
Yep. The dude that just fed out with an oh. That was literally his last line.
Oh, wait, what was his last line?
Oh.
Oh, yeah, it was just oh.
Yeah, because he just realized, I just got stabbed. He got stabbed in the back and the gut simultaneously.
That's the kind of oh where you contemplate everything that has led you up to this moment.
Yep. And then he falls and breaks his back.
Yep. Well, he breaks his back, and then he falls into freezing cold water.
Yeah.
That probably has Grim in it. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, of course it would have Grim. We have the Leviathan, which came from the water, so it's not that big of a stretch.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's as dead as like a grilled steak.
We have people saying that he's going to come back at some point.
Oh, hell no, he's not.
It is stupid that people think that a dead person's going to come back. Because if that's the case, Pyrrha would be back.
Yeah, and she literally got...
She got better snapped.
Honestly, if they even... Why would they bring him back? Like, the White Fang whole thing is just a mess as it is. Him being dead just makes it so we don't have to deal with that anymore.
I brought up Pyrrha, but remember the statue scene Uh, the
I do
character
remember
that was
that.
supposed to be Pyrrha's mum, or like has like the same coloring as Pyrrha, leading people to believe that was Pyrrha's mum.
Yep. Or what was the credit that said mysterious woman or something?
Yeah, and that lady was voiced by the same person that voices Pyrrha.
Yeah, and then everyone was like, "Oh, was that actually Fira's ghost or some
No,
stupid
no,
grasp like that?"
someone's been smoking the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Honestly, just keep them dead. Just keep them dead.
Yeah.
We don't have to complicate the story more than it is. Even though I would say RWBY's story isn't really complicated, more just
Dumb.
dumb. Yeah, there you go. That's a good word. But his semblance.
You know what I can't wait for? If Pyrrha does end up coming back, I could just rub it in Mythic's face with his comment about Pyrrha's birthday.
Oh god.
Oh
god.
I'll just be like, you have to care now because she is technically alive.
That'd be so dumb. Anyway, back on topic. His semblance.
Well, I was going to talk about the
Slice.
semblances at the end. We're just talking about the characters first, and then when we get towards the end, we'll talk semblances and how they would work in the real world.
Well, if we're gonna go character-wise, then all I can say is Adam's edgelord mess.
Yes. Eddie gets taken out easily with one punch in Volume 5, which is so disappointing.
And gets called, and they call the police, and he runs.
Yeah. As much
Then
as
he throws a hissy. Then he throws a hissy fit afterwards.
Yeah, he's just a coward.
Such a dumb character. I don't get why people like him. I didn't even like him from the beginning.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why I didn't like Volume 6, because the fight that happened leading to his death was so out of nowhere. And like, yes, you do see him following Blake and Yang, but
yeah, I wasn't expecting him to actually show up.
Oh, he was showing up in like shots and all that, but
yeah, but at first they were like, oh, these are just hallucinations because they're worried or whatever. But no,
Yeah.
It was actually him all along.
Like,
which I still think is super dumb. How no one else noticed that.
It's just funny because it's like, if you put yourself in the perspective of the characters.
Really quiet. You're going really quiet for me right now.
Oh, really?
Okay, there you go. Now you're good. You were really muffled and super quiet for a good couple seconds.
I don't know what caused that. But yeah, if you put yourself in the perspective of the characters, that's where it sort of falls apart.
Yeah. Not to mention, he went after his ex rather than the person whose family, we see the big old brand mark.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the funny thing. Has any other character besides Blake and Yang actually interacted with him in the main team at all?
No. Not really.
How do you... come on. It's not even I wanted to have cool fights because I... No, it's just because, you think the entire team would at least have some involvement, at least,
Yeah.
Especially Weiss. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
She had more interaction with his second in command than actually him.
Mm-hmm.
How do you do this? I mean, I'm not even going to get into detail because at this point people will be like, "Oh, this is how you fix it." It's you know what? Whatever. It's done. It's done. I don't even care at this point anymore.
That's sort of why I'm doing the AU that I'm thinking of doing with Axel. The whole idea is it's if you could change stuff in the original story, what would you change? What would you not?
Yeah, it's basically like a fun rewrite.
It's a rewrite / experiment because I always try to think of like fun experiments whenever I try to think of something to
Yeah.
post.
Yeah, it's a rewrite, but like it's different in a sense.
It's rewriting the same story, but if anyone makes a change, that's where the change happens.
Yeah. Anyway, but back to Adam.
Yeah.
What else about his character?
Well, we have his sword, which Blake
Yeah.
doesn't take a chance to throw away during the fight,
Yeah.
which is
And
annoying.
his sheath. The sheath itself is also part of the weapon.
No, but she could have easily just had it in it and then just hold the sheath and just be like, whoop, just over the cliff.
Yeah. But, I mean, he's still dead, so.
Yeah, but her weapon got broken because of it. If she had just thrown away Adam's sword, her weapon would have been fine, and Anna would have been dead much faster. Which is probably the only reason why they didn't do that.
Yeah, you gotta keep things interesting.
Yeah. I love how Adam takes a whole bike to the face though and is just like fine.
Rest in peace, Bumblebee. You served valiantly.
Hey, at least we still have one Bumblebee left.
I'm talking about the bike.
I know.
Not the other thing.
I know. We still have one Bumblebee left.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
You reminded me of the joke that I made about Blake and Yang on the bike.
Oh, God.
Because their team name is Bumblebee and the bike's name is Bumblebee. What I did was Bumblebee on Bumblebee.
Yeah. Also, when you're talking, are you like going back? Are you like backing up a little bit during?
A little bit, yeah.
Like, are you backing? Because that's what it kind of sounds like when you're like backing up. I can like not really much hear you.
Oh.
So that might be what it is.
Okay. Anyway, Adam's weapon though, it's a rather simple sword, isn't it?
Yeah, it's katana.
Yeah.
It's a katana, or what's the term? I know there's like a term for what kind it is.
Hmm.
I think it's an uchi. I think it's called uchi katana.
Oh.
I could be wrong.
Honestly, I don't know.
I think that's.
If I see a sword, I'm just like, that's a sword.
Yeah, I think I've heard the term uchi before. I think that's what it is. Or I'm thinking of Dark Souls. I'm not sure.
But yeah, his sword is like the source of his semblance, basically, as well.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that later on.
Mm. A lot of people tend to compare him to like Virgil.
Virgil.
If you look up Virgil, you'll immediately know what I mean by that.
Was he like? Is he like one of the people in like Atlas?
No, I'm talking about a completely different series in general.
Oh.
I just say well, obviously his character is inspired by.
Okay.
Katana Man.
Yeah. Well, let's go from katanas to flames with Cinder.
Oh yeah, Cinder. Ooh. We're going on to that now.
There's a lot to talk about Cinder.
Or, in another case, too little.
Oh, yeah. Considering that she lost a limb.
And she doesn't really have much to her, character-wise.
And also clothing-wise.
Yeah, she has more clothing changes than character development.
I mean, with her current outfit, though.
Yeah. Which doesn't seem like a smart choice for somewhere like Atlas.
Mm. See, I like her outfit from the very start. Her first ever outfit was great.
No.
That was like my favorite, and my least favorite was the flashback one.
Yeah, those were pretty good. She has some good outfits. Like, design-wise, she's pretty good. Everything else, nah.
Yeah, I am not a big fan of her fashion choices.
Yeah.
Mm. She's teamed up with Neo at this point.
Yeah. Don't know how that's gonna go.
Well, it's definitely a one-sided conversation.
I wish I had a drum set, because that would be a perfect time.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
I see like a soundboard or something.
Hey, Warfighter. The podcast is going around right now. Are you okay with your voice being recorded?
Of course I am.
Yeah? Okay. So, Warfighter, what's your opinion of Adam? Just going back to Adam for a moment, just to get your opinion.
My opinion, he's an okay character, pretty good. But what I think is, when he died, I thought if they should have gave him like a better death.
They didn't give him a good death?
Seriously. Like the death he has, I think it was bad. They should have gave him let's see, getting killed by Atlas Soldier, something by that. Yeah.
I don't know about that one. I liked his death. At least I liked how brutal it was.
I just love how his last word was "oh." That's all I really enjoy about it. It's just like, oh.
Oh, and then the spine snap.
Oh, that would suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either the impact killed him or the drowning in the water did.
Yeah. There's no way Adam's gonna come back from that. Unless they do some contrived stuff.
Impact killed him.
Yeah. Also, I think don't you bleed out faster in water? Isn't that a thing?
I don't know.
I think it is.
Well,
I heard that once.
I would agree because of the water would actually cause your skin to wrinkle, which means your wound would be open more. That's my logic to try and explain that.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving back to Cinder. Wolfer, what's your opinion of Cinder?
Let's see, what can I say? Okay, here's the thing. She needs to be killed. That's what I think of.
But she has the maiden powers at the moment, so who would the maiden powers go
Yeah.
to?
She's the big bad, essentially.
Salem.
Well, besides Salem, but honestly, I would not be surprised if RT makes her the big bad in the end.
But I mean, she killed Pyrrha, so...
Yeah, she did kill Pyrrha, and she's always thinking about RWBY, so I would say if Cinder was killed, RWBY would possibly be the most likely person to end up with it, or Salem.
Yeah.
Right.
Honestly, all I want for Cinder is just to turn into some weird grim abomination for the entire team to fight. That'd be fun.
That'd be hilarious to see.
She becomes the new Grim Queen or something, but because immortality and whatever, I don't know.
Yeah. again, Wolfhard, what do you think of her outfit choices? Because I don't like them.
Right, say that again.
Her outfit choices. I personally don't like them. Or like the most recent one.
No. See. Yeah, I don't know.
Like my least favorite one before I saw this one, the one that's in the picture right now on the screen right now, was her flashback outfit. But now the one that she currently has, is my least favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, do we really? Do you need it that short, Cinder? Any shorter, we'll see stuff we shouldn't see. Hey, Axel. You can join the voice chat if you want. Cinder's weapon, there's not really much to her weapon. It's mostly just...
Hello, Axel.
Hey, Axel.
I actually made it in time.
You finally made it to one.
What do you guys
Is this the
want?
first?
No, it's the second.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's the third because I left in the middle of the second because I couldn't be heard over other people. So I was
Hey,
like,
hey, Axel.
staying.
Are you okay
Yeah.
with your voice being recorded for YouTube? Because the
I already know it's being recorded.
Okay. I just have to ask for legal reasons. I don't want YouTube yelling at me for not doing so. Oh. Okay, let's just hop back to Adam again, just so I can ask Axel his opinion of Adam. Just gonna go back through again. So, Axel, what's your opinion of Adam?
I need you to be more specific.
Just like his character in general.
I liked him at first, and then I stopped liking him pretty much after Volume 3, like, because he wasn't as good at fighting or smart anymore, so it was like, you're not even you anymore, you just look like Adam.
Mm-hmm. What did you think of his death? Like, do you think he deserved a better death?
On it. I think he deserved a better life. And by that point, he wasn't even Adam anymore, so it didn't feel like the Adam I liked was the same one who died. So, I guess technically, yeah, but I would say no, because I was glad that they got rid of him since they ruined him.
Yeah.
Nah. I mean, at least we don't have to deal with that plotline anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just seemed really dumb how he was all about, like, hunting down people that Blake loved, but then he didn't really seem to do that much to go after her family or anything. And then they just set it up so that her and Yang could fight him. I thought all of Team RWBY should have fought him if they were going to
Yeah, that would have been a much better
That's what
fight.
I've been saying. Like,
Yeah,
he doesn't... I don't think...
What?
I'm sorry. I was gonna say something, but you can continue. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I just think it should have been a 1v4 because they kept building Adam up to be like this really strong person in the beginning, and now he's like able to get one shot at by Blake outside of Haven. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, well, but like, does Ruby West does he even interact with him once, or even I don't even think they utter his name once.
Yeah, they don't really. It's only Blake and Yang.
Yeah, he literally just exists in their world, essentially.
And I felt like the fight with him could have been improved a lot if they just took the last half and put that part at the beginning instead of the end. Like where her hand started shaking and she couldn't focus. That should have been her first encounter with him. And then the second one should have been after she calmed down. And like, because she was actually doing damage to him. I was like, why are you afraid of him now? You've been winning. Now you're scared? You should have been scared at the beginning.
Yep.
Like, I didn't understand that at all. Like, if I'm beating somebody's, like, to the point where they're almost dead, like, I'm not going to be like, oh, I better be worried about their attacks now when I've been beating them. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Actually, that would have worked pretty well, too. Develop her whole thing with him more.
And also, I really liked the whole line where he said, moment of truth, do you think you're faster than you were at Beacon? Because, like, that shows that they're actually calling back to Volume 3. But it's weird for him to call back to it and say that after he's been getting his butt kicked by her already. It would make more sense if that was the first comment he said and then he started getting beaten.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
So, moving on to Cinder, what's your opinion of Cinder? Like, her character?
Same with her. I used to like her more. Well, actually, when she first showed up, I didn't like her. And by the end of, or toward the end of Volume 3, I was like, okay, she's kind of awesome. Because she did a lot of cool stuff. But then after that, I was like, now you're boring again. Because she had basically no personality. And I assumed that they were going to give us a backstory or something. But they never give us anything. So now she just feels like this hollow character.
Yeah.
Like, and what sucks even more is in Volume 4 and stuff, they kind of had something going with her whole voice and stuff, and then that just went nowhere.
Yeah, I really wanted, like, for them to do this whole thing where, like, the previous Fall Maidens are in her head or something and making her feel guilty about hurting people. But
I would have loved that, like a weird multi-personality kind of thing going.
That would have been cool. You sort of see it a little bit. But yeah, it's not going anywhere.
It would have been like an avatar, but instead of guidance, it's just causing you to go crazy.
Yeah, pretty much. All
Be right back.
Avatars.
Okay. I'm trying to just think what to say now. What do you think of her outfit choices?
Wait, in which volume? Volume 6?
All of them, because she's had quite the range.
I feel like they're treating RWBY like a fashion show where they have to constantly change outfits every season to show that there's development and progress. I'm like, I don't care about that. Make the story good. And then if you have to change the outfit,
here's
for
the only
story,
thing though. It's only really with Cinder that you notice it.
Yeah, it's just like I don't understand why they had to change outfits like 3 or 4 times before, like in previous volumes leading up to now. Most of the time, their outfit changes didn't really affect anything. The only time I liked it a lot was like Volume 2, where they did that and they went out on a mission and stuff. But I was kind of upset that they didn't keep those outfits after that.
Yeah, they just kind of dropped them, didn't they?
They were really cool.
They were. Yang's was really good. That was like one of her best outfits, and then
it's gotten a bit worse. It's gone worse.
It's gone down.
Yeah.
I never cared that much about, like, in the beginning, I didn't care that much for Blake. I was more, like, indifferent to her existence, and then I started to not like her after Volume 3 because she left her friends so that Adam wouldn't kill them, but then went home where he could kill her parents instead. And I'm like, so does that mean you care more about your team than your parents? You should try to, like, stay away from both of them. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And
her thing is just to always run away, though. That's what her issue is.
Yeah, but she ran to someone else that he could also kill. Like, why are they any less important?
One excuse I've heard about Blake is with her parents is like the whole thing with her basically being a princess was kind of dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was. But like, she didn't even when she went home, she didn't even lead with, "Oh, he cut my friend's arm off, stabbed me, and he's planning to kill everyone I love. So watch your backs, because he might come through the door and try to murder you at night. Like, have your guards on watch." Or she didn't say any of that. They would have been murdered, and it would have been her fault.
Hold on, we got
Sun didn't say it either.
the
Like, I mean, Sun was still at least saying that they were evil, but he didn't really go into detail.
You know who else runs away? The Raven Nevermore.
Oh god.
Oh my god. But yeah, basically, I started to like Blake again in the fight with Adam at the end, because her fight with him was really awesome.
Yeah.
And well, I thought she did some of her best fighting in that scene, and like I've never found her fighting that interesting except for the thing she does that looks like it gets you attention, and the other thing she does with the
Oh my
with those
gosh.
shadow cleanse.
Read the chat right
I
now.
remember.
All raise
And she did it,
your
like, 2
middle
times and we've
fingers
never
to
seen it again.
the
It's like a
National
cool experience.
Bumblebee anthem.
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, I remember there was one thing in that fight I actually really liked. Well, I think it was when she was on the antenna. She like used a clone to like jump up. I thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and basically I just thought it was really cool how she was using the environment. She was using Adam's weapon against him. She was like doing all this cool acrobatic stuff, and I'm like, where's all those skills when you're like needed for stuff and you're like in major fights? Like, this is the only time where you've shown that you actually deserve to be a huntress. You know what I mean? Like, she isn't weak or anything. She just never did anything that stood out that much to me. Like, she could have been replaced with anybody who had blades and it would have been the same. But that was the one time where I felt like I really got her character from the way she fought. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she did like compared to everyone else, she isn't really that special.
Yeah, Weiss has a freaking Zeus and RWBY's like the Flash, and Yang is strong, but Blake has like nothing. Except for
She has the shadow clones, but those aren't really that interesting.
They can't move. If they could move, then she'd be interesting.
We are getting a bit off topic. I will say.
Yeah, we are.
But considering that we are talking about Blake and the fight with the sea dragon,
Boring.
that actually is a good segue to Sun.
I thought it was boring.
But yeah, with Sun, he was helping out Blake with that sea dragon fight.
Yeah, I was just glad that he used his nunchucks again, but he didn't do much with them.
His what again?
They look amazing. The nunchucks, they look beautiful now.
Oh yeah, those
like,
nunchucks look awesome. I love how they're also like
when they,
sort of like shotguns as well.
Yeah. They did like a close-up shot of them when he first showed up to help her, and it was like, they look so sick now. Like the detail and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true, Phil. I just saw what you said about Monty's footage. That's true. But still, I'm just saying.
I love how like during the sea dragon fight, he's like he's just acting silly during the fight of like, now you gotta kiss me sort of stuff.
Only for him to be completely forgotten about so she can be shipped with Yang.
Yep. But we know he's probably going to come back later on when they go to his school.
Honestly, Sun deserves better.
Yeah.
They're probably going to end up doing sea monkeys as well. I wouldn't be surprised.
I was actually going to make mention of that because of the picture that I used.
Because Neptune flat out ignored Weiss when they were at the train station for
Oh my gosh.
He never talked to her.
Instead, he went to talk to Ilya, but he made the joke of like wrong tree.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was such a bad joke. Because it doesn't make sense, because he was looking right at her.
Talking about sea monkeys?
We sort of made a small transition
what is
to
Bella talking about?
Neptune for a moment there, because we were talking about sea monkeys, then we went to Neptune. I think I actually accidentally... Oh shoot, I forgot about Neptune, shoot.
Everyone forgets about him.
I forgot Neptune...
95% of the fandom.
Does he actually have a semblance though? Or like a confirmed semblance?
Maybe it's being cool. Because remember, that was like his only trait before.
Oh, hey,
like,
fella.
Just being cool. And hi, fella.
Hello, fella.
Hey, fella.
No, it's obviously being scared of water.
I mean, Ilsa, sorry.
Just letting you know, I'm recording this for YouTube.
Oh,
Don't leave. You better not.
Are you okay? Your voice being recorded?
You don't get to leave. Come back.
This is a big goof.
Oh God.
Wait, now you think about it.
I
What
knew you were gonna do
Yeah,
that. I was like, no, you
I've
stay here.
never like. What? You control my life now?
Nah, I'm not controlling your life. I'm giving you the option of,
I do.
are you okay with it or not? If you're not, I can remove it.
If you're not, you're still staying, but go on mute.
I don't know. I didn't realize that this was going to be on there. I don't know if people would like my opinions, or if I can even articulate them right now.
Look, buddy. People like opinions and hate opinions. It's gonna happen. So E.
I'm guessing
Okay.
I'm guessing you're okay with your voice being recorded as well. Okay. Okay.
Alright, I guess. I don't see why not.
Yo, I know what you want to talk about. You want to talk about crossovers, right?
No.
Yeah.
Not at all. No.
Oh no.
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 I think, TM, you might want to, next topic?
We're still talking about Sun a bit, but I tried to go back to like the other characters to get your opinions on them, so that
Okay.
we had them for the video.
It should be fun.
Well, if you don't mind.
So let's go back to Adam yet again, because he's the one that we started the video off with.
It should be easy.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that
Yeah, I
hard.
guess so. Hate. They're okay. Hate.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest. Adam's character development, it died. It just died.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Exactly. It's just died. It's like, oh, character development. Let me just grab my Glock. Bang.
Oh my gosh.
Burning.
Good at Blake. I'll get her one day.
But yeah, the disappointing part with
I
Adam
thought,
was Volume 6. The disappointing part with Cinder, I have to say, our outfits, especially her Volume 6 outfit at the end.
I wish the White Fang Lieutenant was still alive. He should have been there when Adam first fought Blake at Haven.
And then,
I wish the White Fang was relevant in general.
Same.
They're
No,
not
I really
entirely.
thought,
Yeah,
like,
or the
I thought when
faunus.
the good
Really.
guy showed up, when the good faunus showed up, I thought it was going to be like Madara versus the Shinobi Alliance with Adam like fighting all of them at once, but that didn't happen.
Well, we did at least
This
like
could be
some
like in
fauna
Matrix.
fighting the White Fang members. We saw that, but it was like it just like randomly thrown in. It's like, oh, you guys want it? Here you go.
No, they did that twice. They did that once with Adam and the White Fang, and they did it again with Weiss and Yang when they were about to fight the whole bandit camp. I was like, let's go, 2v50, I'm ready, and it didn't happen.
The
yeah.
faunus plotline in
That was
The
like
faunus
beyond
plot-
disappointing.
the faunus plotline in general was just a mess.
Yeah, I was like, I'm so here for watching
You know,
Yang's
we
all
can't
rage
call it
mode.
plot lines.
I think
We have to
faunus
call
in
it
general are just
subplot.
really lazy.
Subplot, guys. Subplot.
Yeah, they're animal people. That's it. That's
Yeah.
That's really
Like,
it.
I've never seen that before, you know?
You never
And
see
discriminate.
it die.
Don't
I haven't seen that in about like
No.
every fantasy thing ever.
Faunus, you never see it coming.
I need to make that my ringtone.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
Show everybody the true weeb.
I've already seen it.
What do we all think of Sun? We haven't really said that much.
Yeah.
Okay,
He
Sun,
deserves
in all
better.
honesty, he's pretty cool. Like, legit.
Yeah, he's a cool
If
character.
you ever want a friend, if you ever want a friend, you should have Sun as your friend.
Yeah. He's a cool guy. Cool monkey boy.
I just
Yes,
wish they would
and
do more
funny
with him.
enough, he's Sun Wukong, so
Mm.
yeah, Journey of the West.
Yeah.
Shenanigans.
You got your
Yeah,
cool
he does get into trouble a lot. He is a great
shotgun nunchucks. Those are cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shotgun
heck
and
yeah, man.
nunchucks. That
Yeah.
would be like the best weapon to have on Team Sun.
Legitimately
Oh, yeah.
creative.
Yeah.
No, honestly, if I can't use swords, I would probably use a bow staff. So E.
My personally, my favorite types of weapons,
Not E.
because of RWBY, and Tomb Raider, surprisingly, is scythe and bow and arrow.
Wait, what?
Yeah, bow and arrow, because like in Tomb Raider, if you're really good at it, you can just snipe people as much as you want, and not even get into combat.
Well
Did they
then,
make a new Tomb Raider movie? Like
There
couple years
was
ago?
there was one recently. I don't know if there's a new one.
Okay. Because I remember seeing the trailer for it when I went to go see a movie, but hot minute ago.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't really like how Sun is. He's not taking things that seriously when he's around Blake.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it is part of his character.
yeah, it
It's
is.
also because kind of tied to her.
Yeah.
But still, at least he has some moments where he gets somewhat serious. We're talking about certain things like friendship and whatnot. Remember that couch scene?
Not really. But yeah, literally, Sun's character in Volume 4 was slap fodder.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He got slapped so many times.
Oh my
He
god,
really
you're not
does.
wrong.
It just
He really does deserve better.
he got
I mean, at least
slapped
with, like,
on
the
the
little
bone. He
bit-
got slapped by like again when he fell when the door fell. And then I think he got slapped a third time just because he was being stupid.
I mean, it makes sense.
And
considering
then everybody cried abuse.
I mean, it makes sense considering he's made from the monkey.
Stop the
ink,
monkey
so-
abuse.
I mean, it wasn't cool of her to do that. That's disrespectful, but I mean, like, you know.
Still
I
makes
was like,
sense.
I didn't even understand why she was mad at him.
Wait,
She was mad at him
oh
for
my
caring
god,
about
it's not a joke.
Because he was following
Christ.
her.
It was stupid though. It's like, how dare you care whether or not I die and follow me to make sure I'm okay?
Axel, you're forgetting that this is Ruby.
Yeah.
Nothing makes sense.
You're right.
Nothing ever makes sense with Ruby.
Oh, guys, I just thought a joke.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
okay. Sun's
Oh, God.
luck, the woman is bad as crows.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
Oh my.
What did you say?
What?
Sun's luck with women, with females. It's like,
Oh.
Females. Okay.
exactly. Sorry, you probably can't hear that well because I'm actually
Oh.
stuffy nose
What
right now.
is-
just because-
What's going on down in the chat? Jeez. Bring up characters from
Making
other
his own
stuff.
crossover for the 50th time.
So many crossovers gonna happen in
I'm
the chat.
seriously giving that
I'm
though.
gonna shut up
That's
because you need
amazing.
to stop.
Okay, you know what? Actually, maybe we should bring in the topic of crossovers. I'm kidding.
Oh
Those are
God.
No, we're not talking crossovers.
Not with him in the
Let's-
chat.
Let's not do
He's gonna start
this.
bringing up bad blood.
Remember, I'm the one in control here. If we're gonna start going down that path, I'm gonna just end it.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world.
I'm going.
Never
I'm ready
saw
just to end this chat. Joking.
Diabetes, if you
He's the one that's bringing
I
it
will
up.
fire you and get your paycheck.
What? Who are you
You know, that's
talking
one
to?
thing I always.
But anyway, son.
Yeah, I was just, you know, that's one thing. Like, we all know he has abs for days, right?
Oh, absolutely.
What?
Oh, yeah.
was that?
Absolutely.
I see what you did there. I see it.
But
I didn't get what was
I
said.
don't know. I don't know how.
I know you're.
Like, I don't think I could wear that kind of outfit. I don't think I could ever wear it. Like, I absolutely hate having exposed anything just because I hate like, the wind and crap like that. I don't see how he could.
I probably wouldn't wear an outfit like that, but I have like a type of cape, like a cape thing. Actually, basically, in a nutshell, I'll probably wear something like this.
Oh,
I'll probably wear something like that.
but yeah, that doesn't look that
I'm
bad.
thinking Lancer from. No, that's not Lancer. It looks like Lancer.
It's Shiro.
No, Archer.
Yes, that's Archer.
I get him confused.
But it's actually Shiro Emiya, so yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, Ultra is Shiramiya, but just from the future. But
Yeah,
anyways, off
one of
topic.
those weird twists. Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah,
In Fate, there's basically there's different versions of characters all the time.
Oh.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we should have
There's
got.
a saber for every month.
We should have got a Faunus training
Most
montage.
famous.
Oh, that would
Yeah,
be
so-
amazing.
I would have even been okay with the Blake one shot if they showed like,
Side.
them
Oh
training
my
and then
god.
like Zero
That
showing
would-
everybody how to like dodge somebody fast or whatever and like knock them down, and then that's why she uses it. That would make a lot of sense.
Hmm.
That would be
But they
amazing to
didn't do
see,
that.
but no shorts because
It would have been great if he was like, "Hey, make sure you sidestep to get out of the way of their attack, and then you attack where they're vulnerable, which is like right at their back." So then when
Yeah.
she did it, we'd be like, "Oh snap, she used it," but that didn't happen.
Kind of like in the Volume 5 opening when she did that sidestep.
Exactly, yeah.
No.
I mean, it was a
Or
glimpse
like,
of
or like
it,
the,
but-
the entire series.
by the way,
was sidestep
fella,
for development.
You forgot the slash between Fate and
Oh.
Stay.
Oh, of course.
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure
It's Fate slash Stay Night, I
I
think it is.
heard you, Axel. I heard you. I applaud you for that one.
I'm
Fate
gonna add a
Stay
cool
Night.
one because of ReZero.
Oh
Uh,
my god, we don't talk
oh
about
my
it.
god.
We don't want to. We don't talk about that. No, absolutely. I refuse to talk about that. Demachi, on the other hand.
Oh,
that's
ReZero? Oh, I'm sorry. You don't want to talk about ReZero?
Oh, I don't want to talk about ReZero, okay?
I've never heard that one.
I-
That's great. I like that one.
You should probably get back on topic a little.
That's amazing.
Wait, so
I'm
who's
using
next?
that for
We already
now.
talked about Sun. Who's next?
We've talked about all the characters, but now we're
that's
getting
about
to the
it.
semblances.
Oh god.
So,
Start with
No.
once again, let's start with Adam, because everything starts with Adam, because he's the first letter. He starts with A, the first letter of the alphabet.
Potential dead. Hotel Travado. Bumblebee.
This is Adam's character in a nutshell. Gets built up for basically for no reason. Like, gets built up, and then bam. It gets built up for no reason because he's dead now. So.
I love the idea of like it with the flashback with Cinder. That actually was technically like the day before Adam and Blake attacked the train in Black Trailer. Or it's like that same time period.
Now I think about it, when they make those trailers, they're like, really like, oh, let's make 4 trailers instead of 1 because more trailers is big means we're more cooler. Also publicity, or whatever you want to call it.
Mm.
I don't know.
Yes, please, no.
Why? Why are you doing this?
Because you're
Oh my
doing
goodness.
I didn't even bring that
You're
up.
starting.
Do a back. Wait a minute. Now I think about it, I think all the RWBY characters that exist in RWBY can do a backflip. I bet.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're athletic.
Exactly.
Yeah, they
Oh,
can
hey, son.
backflip to their previous character development moment.
Oh, the irony.
Keep progressing.
Alright, guys, hold on.
Character development.
Hold up. Hey, son. I'm
Blake did
recording
all
this
of Volume
for
5.
YouTube, so are you okay with your voice being recorded for YouTube if you do end up talking?
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, heck.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think.
I would say no.
Adam Semblance. Moon Slice. That's a creative name.
Oh.
Yeah, that is a good name.
Oh god, the irony! Because my Mika is just is a short version of the name Mikazuki, and Mikazuki means crescent moon. So let me just eat out it.
Nice one.
Oh my
Exactly.
god.
Anyway, moon slice, full powered. We can establish that. Full powered attack.
I had someone asking me to actually calculate the force that from the Black Trailer and that he would be blocking and then attacking with, like later on. But I'm like,
I remember when I was first starting it out, I legit thought that Adam was the one that sliced the moon. I was that one dumbass. Because his semblance I went dumbass.
John buffed him.
No, you can blame the God of Darkness for that.
Origin?
I mean, I wouldn't blame you because it literally named Moon Slice. Like, can it slice the moon? I mean, it's named Moon Slice for a reason, so it can slice the moon. So, yeah, I don't blame you.
That would be. It would have been cool if it was him, because it's like that actually adds to like Adam's power.
Well, okay. The question is, if he can do that, he has enough kinetic energy to do so? Like, if he can sword can withstand that amount of power?
Hmm.
Maybe. Adam, get your attention of the moon. No.
No, don't quote me on that one now.
At least it gets your attention. You can use it like infinite times before you run out of whatever energy and stuff.
He uses a spirit wall.
No, he forced Jean to buff him in order to do it.
I want to use plot armor, please. I plead the plot armor.
Yeah, basically, Jean helped him form a spirit bomb in the form of a sword, and he cut it.
But yeah,
Hey,
I would not actually be able to calculate the force of which he would be absorbing because it's laser. And
oh, a laser. Okay, actually, technically, you can estimate the power of the plasma beam by looking like basing it off of an actual real gun, and then basically double or triple the amount of how much the bullet makes, and then bam, you can get your answer there.
Okay. Yeah, that could possibly work.
By the way, I am like
You're
smart
such a
because
mind reader.
I'm late 10 out of 10. I'm young and
It's your
smart.
semblance.
I wish, that'd be awesome.
You're not the only
Oh,
smart one here
I want
because
gravity control.
my skills are basically numbers.
Wait, say it again? Did you say your skills are basically nothing?
Sorry.
Numbers.
No,
numbers.
Jean,
Oh,
Yeah, I'm really good with numbers.
Oh, same here, man.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm Asian. I'm
Hey, so
basically
Can you give us the number of months that passed between volumes 3 and 4?
People for this podcast, please.
I would say
I'm Asian. I'm good at math. But like, not every Asian is good at math, so shh.
Oh, you guys are lucky because I'm terrible at math.
I'm trying to think
same.
because
I can never
it does
do
go
math.
through winter and fall. It's like fall and then it goes to winter. Then and then it continues in winter. But it's probably been longer than a year, I would say.
Now,
Can you give us hard numbers, since apparently you said you're good with numbers? Because even RT couldn't give us hard numbers.
I don't think they can ever give us numbers after this year.
There is the book.
well, typically, if you want to know the force and how much
their
power,
days are numbered,
etc.,
I'm sorry.
like, you gotta do research because there's some actual guns you can search up online that can look like RWBY guns, and you just use that to base off the amount of force that Adam uses for moon slice. Like,
Okay.
you can just research that shit.
It would have to be measured in light years.
No, actually, no, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm being sarcastic. I don't know how.
I understand.
Yeah, you're talking.
Yeah.
Years.
Trying to make
I
yourself
guess.
sound smart.
Kilometers.
According to my
Just trying to
Asian
fit in.
calculations, you're wrong.
Oh my god.
Not the Asian calculation.
Oh my god.
It's a secret technique.
Generations.
Just push up glasses. According to my Asian calculations, sorry, but you're wrong. And here's the facts.
Don't you mean
Carries
you're
around with
wrong?
a clipboard. No.
Wait, 1 second.
But yeah, with Adam Semblance, it's basically the same as Yang's, except any force that he takes into his weapon is what he deals out back. Basically.
I'm just curious, why is it connected to his weapon?
Yeah.
That's weird, right?
Yeah,
That's really weird.
That is
Because
the weird
it's
part
probably
of
not
it.
the original idea for a semblance.
how do you know
Honestly,
it works?
yeah.
How would you have known it worked like that the first time too?
Like, would it work with a
Because
butter knife as well?
because somebody was attacking.
It's
he
just
was
like
no stop and held up the sword and then like it blasted him.
it's just like Adam pulls out the butter knife and it's just like blocks the plasma beam from Black and then just sends it back out like the point of the knife.
Does it just work with swords? Can it work with harpoons or javelins, guns?
It'd be
One
cool if he
single
could
bullet,
work with his
you know,
clothes.
we'll
Then
never
he's
find
basically
out.
Black Panther.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
Say again. Sorry, I was doing
That'd be
something.
I
enough
said it would be
for
cool if
now.
it worked with his clothes because then he's basically Black Panther.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
I'm
I
all
low-key prefer
for
the
a
suit
big
from Civil War,
slash
I'm not gonna lie.
T'Challa inspired Adam. That'd be cool.
No, honestly, now let me think here. I like how we're talking about suits, right?
I
Yeah.
like the one from Civil War, but that's just my opinion. More than the one from the movie.
Oh, okay. I mean, for me,
The black
and I was a big something like a suit from Tony from like Iron Man. I would have like a
Oh,
transformation future where you
Wait.
like basically.
Are we going to talk about Marvel here? Because
Oh, yeah, wait, we could.
Wait.
Sorry,
We're back on
guys.
topic. Back on topic.
get back on
Yeah.
topic, because I have not watched any of them anyway, so I don't know what you would be talking about.
Well, as long as you're not wasting your time with DC.
Yeah.
Well, Shazam
Nah.
was fun.
You know what I'm wasting my time with? Anime.
Wonder Woman was pretty good too.
Yeah, I mean, I like the scene where she was walking across the, what was it, the battlefield, but the CGI villain wasn't doing it for me.
Yeah.
But it was, you know, fine. Better than
Anyway,
BVS.
that's really it to talk
Yeah.
about with Adam. So, rather than going to Cinder, let's move to Sun. We're going to save Cinder for last for this.
I thought we already
Oh,
talked
boy.
about him.
No, semblance wise.
We're talking semblance.
Oh, okay. So
Oh,
he and
heck,
Dave are
I like
both
the
basically Naruto, but they're like the light and dark versions.
Yeah.
Uh,
Because they can both do, oh my god, Dylan, no,
Oh my
I just saw what
gosh.
you read. But, oh my god. That they can both make clothes.
Anyways, okay.
Anyways.
hello.
Yeah, they
I
can
think
both make
it's my
clothes,
best
so they're both
friend.
basically Naruto.
Crown out.
That's all I'm saying.
Hold up, guys. I'm just going to do this.
Oh, well.
Ari, or however it's pronounced. Oh, nope. Okay.
Okay.
So that's a big goof.
Oh my gosh.
Bye.
That's Sun semblance clones.
Sun semblance, yeah. Basically, it's the same as
Never
Blake,
forget.
but he can make 3 at a time and he can't move.
Well, he could
How's it-
move, but like, it's not that. It's still developing, I think.
I think he doesn't move because he has to concentrate.
Yeah, he has to concentrate.
I'm
I'm not gonna
on-
lie, I
Probably.
think they just threw that in last minute just to give him something cool to do.
Also, his hair and tails glow. I almost said grow. That would have been weird. His hair
Oh,
and
that's
tails grow.
awkward.
He goes Super Saiyan.
Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan
I like how he
monkey.
can actually use them to do stuff, like when he had them hold up the balcony thing for Gira, that was cool.
That was, I agree.
Oh wait, I actually watched this video. If I go to a video that Sun's clothes are strong in the sun and not in the night.
Yeah.
That'd be stupid.
But
If I
yeah,
can't do that, I'm dropping the show.
with his thing, he has to focus on making them, but I don't know if they stick around if he's not focusing. That's the thing.
Hello?
Like,
You're going super quiet, TM.
Yeah.
oh, come
What
on.
happened to your-
Again.
We didn't catch if you said anything.
I was just reiterating what we just said before, like, with, like, how Adam, with Sun can't move.
I thought it was my earbuds for a second.
Like,
Yes.
Sun technically can't move when he's making his clones. And he does make... no, he only makes 2, right? Not 3.
He can make 3.
Oh,
He made 4 apparently at one point.
but does he
Not
actually
wrong.
have to stay focused on them, or can he actually do stuff?
He needs to remain still and concentrate to do them.
And he also has the weakest
Yeah,
movement
I
ever,
feel
apparently.
he could move, but not concentrate at the exact same time.
Because
No, he has to actually be still.
there was
I'm looking at
These are so weird.
Semblances are weird.
Like,
Oh,
this
yeah,
whole
yeah.
idea is just so
What are these
all over
rules
the
you speak
place.
I mean, semblances are pretty overpowered, so of course they're gonna be having some weird
Yeah.
mechanics to them.
No,
Yeah.
Weiss's is overpowered.
They feel
that's
so
what I-
janky, though.
yeah.
Hers would be overpowered if she didn't job.
Ruby's overpowered too. She can create a freaking whirlwind, I think.
Yeah.
That really just happened inside in Volume 2, though.
No,
Exactly.
she used it again. She used it in Volume 4's trailer.
No, that she didn't really make a tornado or like a hurricane though.
Yeah, she did. It just went up instead of, like, horizontal.
Well,
Wait, I thought she went inside the arm thing. The cannon.
No, I'm talking about when she was fighting the gorilla thing.
yeah,
Oh.
The bearing
that-
girl,
The
whatever you
mech
call it.
fight.
oh, when she split into 3, that was different to Volume 2 completely.
No, at the end, when she, like, took it up into the air.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that does make sense. Yeah.
I've seen this show like 16 billion times. I'm pretty sure I'm not mistaken.
I haven't watched the trailers that much. That's why I
Well, I
wouldn't
had to
know.
I
watch
watched
it over
it,
and over
like,
to get
once,
people into
'cause I
it
couldn't
back when
do
I
it.
thought it was still worth getting into. That's my tea for right now.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, there's not really much else to talk about with Sun. Like, really, the way it works with Adam's with Sun's semblance is the exact same as Blake's, with hard light holograms. That's
It just
Yeah, except he has a light clone and she has a dark clone, or it's
Yeah.
just like a normal clone, but you know what I mean.
yeah.
that his is actually useful.
It's actually reminding me of yin and yang, apparently. So dang.
Oh what?
Yin and yang.
Yeah.
It's Chinese philosophy or Japan? Yeah, it's Chinese.
Yeah, it's Chinese.
man.
Pretty sure it's like a Buddhist thing, isn't it too? Not Buddhist, no.
I think so. Actually, it is
Possibly.
Taoism. Taoism, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we talk about whites next? Because I have some things to say.
You should have
It's gonna
been.
go off.
You should have been here for a podcast,
Actually,
for
I
an
think
earlier
a-
podcast.
I'm sorry.
You should have been here for the first ever podcast, which was on Team Ruby.
Good rating.
I was here for that. I was here for the first two.
Well, I mean, whoever wanted to
actually-
talk about Weiss.
Well, I just wanted to real quick say I don't get why she doesn't use the thing where she can zip around between her glyphs every time she fights someone. Because they really can't move or do anything while she's using it, so she should just constantly do that until they're dead.
See, here's the thing. Because she went back home in Volume 4, she forgot everything that she learned in
But she
school. I mean,
trained more
obviously.
than everyone.
Yeah.
Obviously. Like,
But
She was the most
how do you
affected.
understand about
Yes,
that?
Even though all she did was stay in her house.
How did she forget, though, is my question.
I've heard that excuse go around. It's insane.
But she was traumatized or something like that. I don't know.
But yeah, there's also the whole thing how she figured out how to do her summoning, and basically for Volume 5, that final fight, she was just trying to summon the whole time. She was trying to pull the trump card.
Dude, that fight was pathetic. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
that was one of the most pathetic climaxes I've seen in my entire
Yeah.
life. Like, seriously. I'm not
Wait,
even
which fight?
joking. The one, the entirety of Volume 5. One of
Oh,
the
yeah.
most pathetic things I've seen.
I skipped 5, so.
Right.
You're not missing anything there.
Yeah, it's not that bad that you skip 5. It doesn't really add that much.
Except that it's an Oz card.
It also takes away everything.
Mm,
Also, half of it was off screen from what I've heard.
yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I do have to question with Ruby and Cinder. How did the fight between them that resulted in Cinder losing her eye and her vocal cords being damaged. Like, how could that work?
There's the thing. There is this thing in the back of the eye that connects to the vocal cords, and that is what happened.
No.
It's called the occipital. No, I'm just kidding.
She couldn't take Ruby's special eyes.
You can't use actual logic here. It doesn't apply.
But yeah, I'm just curious though, because it's like,
Nice
did
try.
Ruby shoot out
I guess,
Cinder's
like,
eye or something like that?
Maybe like half disintegrated her. I
Like
don't
a
know.
Christmas
I want to
story.
see what happened to her leg. They haven't shown her leg.
Like,
Silver Eye is overpowered. Please nerf
Her arm and leg were both facing Ruby at the time that she used it.
Yeah.
Like, does she have a grim leg too, or just like grim arm and that's it?
She has a grim arm and a grim eye at that time. Then they got
Yeah, but how is
destroyed
her
in a
leg
nutshell.
fine?
Why is it just her arm too?
That's what I'm saying. Like, her whole side should be wrecked.
I didn't know.
Maybe it's just like the-
Oh wait, you know what? I think I know why, or I think I know what they'll use as the reason why. I think it's because that bug thing was in her arm, so that's why only the arm got hurt.
yeah. Yeah.
That would be kind of a cool tie-in. I doubt
It
they
would make a
remember
lot of
that,
sense,
but
I'm pretty sure they won't think of that. because
Trust
they
me,
don't think.
Ruby has done some pretty obscure connections to, like, earlier volumes. Like, with John and Hira's comment about him having a lot of aura. That was all the way back in Volume 1, and they brought it back in Volume 5. What?
Is anyone there?
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I heard some weird rumble.
But yeah,
Are you like moving back and forth from like the mic and stuff while you're talking?
yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could say he's rocking the mic.
Because I think that's what's causing it. So I don't know. You may not like move around too much from the mic.
I do also have it plugged in.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Andrew,
And I just
Tartakovsky
shoot.
shirt looks really good.
Wait, for what now?
Primal. You guys know it's Genji. I think it's
Oh,
Genji.
Far Cry Primal.
That looks amazing. Yeah, I really want to see it, but I don't have cable. It looks so
Wow,
amazing.
you're living in a primal time apparently without people.
I mean,
Oh my god, for some reason,
destroying my life
you
on
guys said
camera.
Primal, we might have said Transformers. Primal, think what you get, I don't know.
Anyway, let's
Oh yeah,
talk
Beast
to-
Wars.
Dinobots.
let's get on with last character, Cinder, and her
Oh
semblance.
boy.
Oh boy!
boy.
Apparently, we're getting it
What a great
revealed.
villain.
It's
10
being
out of 10
revealed to be basically superheating.
I mean, I guess that fits with her.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's some, like, gold superheating and then,
Oh, Axel is just coming up with good puns down in the chat.
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of liked the earlier thing we had, which was like the dust particle thing, because her namesake is
Cinder.
Cinderella. And what does what did Cinderella do
yeah.
in the stories? What was she forced to do?
Clean.
Dust things.
Yeah,
Clean
dusting.
dust.
Oh,
Wipe
yeah.
dust.
That's
Like,
actually
come on. That would have been so great. Well, now it's, she heats things. Okay, whatever. Sure, it works.
Oh my
I
god.
low-key really like that. I like that, though. That's actually legitimately, like...
I feel like
I'm not
someone's
gonna
gonna
get
add
anything
that to the fanfic now, so good luck with that.
Oh my gosh.
Wait,
I mean, if they wanted to like really fix her character, just go with her namesake. That's it. That's all you have to do. That's it.
Even, like, her origin story could, like, relate to her, like, being a servant or something. That would be, like, kind
Yeah,
of a nice time.
Yeah.
It literally
Maybe a
goes
bit
with-
obvious, but...
I mean, that
Yeah,
could
it-
work out, but
Not
it might
any
be
more
too
obvious than
generic.
anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes well with her whole I don't like people who have natural talents or more powerful, whatever that whole thing is.
She
Yeah.
I
wants
think
to be
they could have
powerful.
like
She can also
the
be
mice
rich and
or
powerful.
rats or whatever it was that were her friends in the story. They could have them
Yeah.
be people in Ruby and like they died or they were like the only people who were nice to her and they were killed and that's what turned
Mice
her evil or
friends.
something.
Mm.
No, like people that are based on the mice, but they got killed and that's why she turned evil.
Yeah.
Her
Yeah, that would
Evil stepsisters. There you go.
There we go. That's what we do now. We add more characters because we don't have enough.
That is
There's
a much
one-
better
There's
show
no
than
way
what
not
we
to
have
do
so far.
I mean, just one good thing RWBY does is the whole fairy tale, like, draws to old fairy tales. I mean, that's one thing they do pretty well.
They even have a whole song dedicated to like fairy tales, basically.
Yeah, like just play more with that with her backstory. That's it. That's all you have to do. It's easy. I'm literally doing it right now as I talk.
I wish. It would be nice, but
It would
I'm
be
not
nice.
holding out any hope anymore.
Me either.
It's a little too...
If they,
Yeah,
if they,
they already got me.
In a nutshell,
Yeah.
you need another writer to be like, hey, bro, look, what you're doing is like shitty writing, so
Not
read
do
that.
that.
Fix that,
Oh my
okay?
gosh.
Because our reading
Well, they
is
do have
dropping,
those
not
and
Twitter writers.
Please,
no, please stop.
well, yeah, and she super cute stuff. I guess that's cool. I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, there's not really much of an explanation for that in
I think it's
real
just-
life. Technically, like being able to do it as
I guess
someone just being able to do it naturally. Like
yeah.
the best way that
makes
it's
sense how she,
explained.
Good technology means yes, you can actually do that.
But just with your hands?
Does she just
I
like
guess
touch
it's-
like a tree branch and it becomes a warhammer or something?
I think it's like she superheats her weapons and stuff and melts them down to the point where like she can shape them.
Yeah.
Basically like that in a nutshell.
Okay. I
But-
guess that could be kind of cool, but
I like the dust thing more. That was more creative.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it would be cool
She
if
does
we
use
had-
dust embedded clothing, so used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, she used to.
Oh, that went.
Not safe for work.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Oh yeah. How you doing?
Don't give them any ideas.
I mean, what?
No,
Oh
and
my God.
knowing this series, they're probably gonna give her more powers because I just have this gnawing feeling that she's gonna be the big bad, and we're gonna be stuck with her until the very end.
Oh my gosh. Hold on.
It really does seem
I
like
had
that.
a feeling that Salem was gonna have a Cinder collect all the maiden powers and then kill her and take them after she like.
I'm just quickly putting something in the chat.
Yeah,
The thing is,
Or-
though,
or
don't forget about
Salem is
Salem, bro. Don't
defeated
forget
and
about Salem.
But Cinder still
Yeah,
wants
but
the power.
yeah, she's
She's like, I have a cool
You-
project.
you know what?
You could collect them for me.
You know what? I'm gonna make this prediction right now, and this becomes real. I'm gonna eat my hat, and I'm gonna throw myself out a window. Cinder becomes the Grim Queen after
This is
Salem.
oddly
This is
specific.
getting into, you know,
So, guys,
So oddly specific.
Yeah, my
I just
prediction will be cemented within this video.
yeah, guys. So
Oh.
we're getting close to the end of this because we've talked about all the characters at this point. But there is one thing I want to do, which is I put it in the chat. It's a Shinden Maker page for people that want to make OC characters, but they don't know how to do it. Basically.
I'll make mine right now.
So yeah, what I was
Yeah,
thinking
might
of
as well
doing
do
is
it.
like, you guys can make one and then read off the descriptions that you get. I read mine off at the start of the episode, but I can read it again if you want.
Oh, great.
What?
I'm a faunus.
Yeah, same.
Yay.
Oh dear.
And I'm chaotic evil.
I got that too.
Wow.
Wait, did
What
it say-
type of voice did you
Did it say
get?
you're a fox? Because I got a
No,
fox.
I'm a wolf.
And I got okay, I got something similar to that one.
And I got at the end Adam Torres is my crush, friend, rival, enemy. That's very unspecific.
No, you're
Very
supposed to
good.
choose one of them.
I'll befriend Adam. Maybe I'll give him some better potential. Maybe he's not
Your
that bad a
friend
guy.
is dead, okay?
Yeah, your friend is dead.
Oh my god.
Sonic Scream. What does
Oh
that
my
even
God.
mean?
That's like
I
a
guess I'm just
sound
one
thing.
character from Mortal
With
Kombat.
Sindel? Yes, Sindel. I was just about to say.
Oh my god.
God.
Oh my god.
Guys,
Oh,
I'm
that's
a
actually
Yeah.
worse now I
I
think
have a
about it.
monkey and I have a tail.
Oh,
My
that's-
kingdom of my birth is Atlas. My
Oh, you got
black hair,
Neptune.
sapphire eyes.
You got Neptune in that last category. Where we are.
Look, he's not forgotten.
Wait, okay. Okay, my
Toad
crush
Fairy combined with a
friends.
teeth
Okay, my crush slash friend slash rival slash enemy is Scott David. Alignment chaotic evil. Team slash leader no. Weapon down combined with a school action revolver. What the heck?
What?
Some uncool school signal academy. Looks black hair, sapphire eyes, faunus, monkey tail, and my kingdom of birth is Atlas.
You know, I'm gonna run this a few
Oh,
times
he's a
and make an
highborn.
actual story based on the ones I get.
I got my weapon. Look at my weapon.
I'm deleting mine then.
Oh, you got an umbrella combined with a single action revolver. It's just like your single action revolver, is just like a really long barrel. Tote bag. Tote bag. Come on. Just imagine, like, you fall from the sky and you use your tote bag to float down.
Oh my god, it's freaking Fortnite.
Am I basically,
We've done
Coco,
Fortnite.
But like, not as cool.
It's Virgin Night.
Oh
You
my god.
want 1v1? Toad?
Eh,
Stop it with this. I'm sensed.
guys,
Oh, here's mine.
do you want to hear what I have?
Man, you guys got the interesting ones, man. I got the boring ones.
Mine won't even load this website for some reason.
Oh.
You gotta take it to whatever it is, another site.
I tried.
Fire or something.
Nah, you
What
you
is
have
this
a pretty
virus
good
that you sent
weapon,
me?
fella, because
Aquatic respiration.
So breathing into water
temporal
like
semblance of
Just
replication. That
Wait a minute.
that's a pretty
okay,
cool
okay.
semblance
It has-
to have.
I just realized
What?
this OC generated two things about that relates to Sun and Neptune, the aquatic stuff and the freaking faunus trait. Oh
Oh
my
my
god.
gosh. So
Dow combined with a single action revolver. Why a revolver? A Dow?
A dao is a type of sword.
yeah.
But like, why a revolver?
I don't know.
Maybe like a shotgun or something?
Also,
Do you
so
guys want to
I-
hear what
this
I
is
got?
unrelated to anything,
Webby
but
has
I found
already
this.
heard mine, but do you guys want to
Oh
hear what I
gosh,
have?
no.
I found this when I was playing a thing. So I thought you might enjoy this.
Pie, I calorie.
Oh my gosh.
Calorize like gateway. The force shall feed me.
Cake is a lie. There's only pie. Through pie,
I'm
I
saying
calories.
that.
Through calories, I gain weight. Through weight, I crush my enemies. The force shall feed me.
That's a two-part
Oh
right
my
there.
goodness.
How do you, I can't even
I was just playing Old Republic one day and that popped up.
Anyway,
Amazing.
do you guys want to hear what my character basically ended up being?
He's got rheumatoid arthritis.
So, for race, I got human. I'm a human. Whoop, whoop. Kingdom of Birth, Vale. That's a pretty good place to live in. Looks, I have got
No,
black.
it's not.
Oh yeah, like recently not, but you know what I mean by a good place, as in just like location.
Yeah.
Looks, black hair and blue eyes. That's almost accurate to me. I've got more brownish hair though.
Can somebody put my name in? Because I can't even get it to do mine.
I actually do have black hair though, so
You can't get yours?
No, can somebody do mine?
Alright.
Sure.
With
Okay, you gotta.
with school, I have that I got that I don't go to school. I was probably homeschooled or something like that. So like Mercury.
Yeah, and look how he turned
Oh
out.
my god.
Yeah, I turned out better. My semblance
Oh my
is kinetic shield.
I mean, that works, I guess.
it's not the best
that's
I've
basically what
gotten.
Aura is.
I've gotten way
Yeah, so
better
it's, like,
ones
extra aura
in
on
like
top of
previous podcasts.
Okay, Axel, here's yours.
Oh, God.
It's got some pretty good stuff in here.
I'm sure.
The description is great.
Stop.
The looks is amazing.
Oh,
White tips. Oh my God.
yes, yes, yes.
Like gotcha life.
My
The
semblance
best.
is not what Jean's is, by the way.
Your freaking friend or whatever is Yang.
Your face.
For people to have.
No. Here's what
Where's
Axel's one just ended up being. He's Blake with a bit of Weiss and John.
So only the good parts of each
You
one.
become the very thing you hate.
Blake, Weiss, and John.
I'm only the good parts
All
of
of
each of
the
them.
above.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so
Wow.
continuing on with
I
mine,
was thinking like better looking hair than all of us though.
my
Not
weapon
fair.
is a scimitar combined with a two-barreled battle rifle. That,
A scimitar? You
it-
mean the curved sword?
yeah.
Yep.
My character's into curved swords, apparently.
For information, swords are cool and always will be cool, so fight me. I'm kidding.
Oof.
So
Shots fired.
for team/leader, I got no, which is pretty obvious since I'm not going to school.
That
Oh.
weapon is pretty cool.
It just
Alignment,
says no.
I got chaotic good. And
I
for
don't
the
get
last one
sense
of like
of
crush, friend, rival, or enemy, I got Coco Adele. And just
Oh, the
just
girl
for
with
the
machine
humor of it, I'm gonna say crush.
you can barely remember her.
gun. It took me a minute. I was like, oh yeah, that one.
Just because of like Coco's character and the fact that I'm not in a school, just makes it so much more funny though. Because if you know her character, she is gay. Like lesbian. I
Yeah,
think.
that was the thing they said. Isn't she kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? Not lady kill.
No,
What's
2.0.
someone who's just like constantly getting into relationships and then just going out of relationships? Wasn't she like was that described as one of those kind of people?
I don't know. I haven't read After the Fall, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, that's where the freaking Carmine chick got introduced, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some great representation right there.
But yeah,
Just saying.
I
In that same book, we oh sorry.
I have seen like other cool semblances that pop up. Like I've seen someone have like poison kiss. At one point I had molecular deceleration. There are some pretty cool semblances out there to have.
What it says about the
Yeah.
teams, for me, it's actually pretty accurate because in games, I tend to play games where I can, like, solo everything if I don't have a team with me because I can't count on them, which is basically exactly how the OC is.
I'm gonna be a bit off topic with what we were just talking about with the characters that we have to talk about. To talk about RWBY Grim Eclipse.
I've never played that.
Really?
Might have to sit this one out. Yeah.
Who here hasn't?
I don't do anything involving RWBY, so.
Who?
I mean, there isn't really much there. There's like one original character in there, and I think that's Merlot. Well, he's like some weird scientist dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I figured. I'm not
Merlot?
kind of
Did you
interested.
just say
But
that?
go ahead and.
Did you really just say Merlot out loud?
But yeah,
It's Merlot.
my fighting.
I don't know how to pronounce things.
They say the name in the game. How do you not know?
I didn't
Merlot.
play the
It's
I didn't play
Merlot.
the game. I just know the kid.
It's
yeah.
Merlot.
It's an approximation.
Guys, it's Merlot. You don't pronounce the T.
Whoa, one second.
Oh, it's silent.
It's like a French name.
I hate silent letters. I don't understand why they exist.
Pretty cool. I think they should have put it in the show.
But yeah, like, who is the character that you usually go to when you're playing RWBY GE?
I try not to let myself, but I usually pick Jean because he's broken.
He's broken.
He's his own team. He doesn't need teammates.
Yeah.
Just like the OC.
I always go Blake. I've gotten really good with Blake.
Yeah, Blake has good air combos. That's pretty much it.
Like, I have, you know the Horde mode?
I love it.
I have beaten Horde mode with a level 1 Blake.
Yeah, I know people who have done that, like the people who had to get that achievement where you beat it yourself, they all did it with Blake that I know.
But yeah, I did a level 1 Blake. I got through most of the levels without even needing turrets.
Yeah, when I had John, I basically just, like, spawn kill every Grim and then get, like, a ton of land and dump it all into whatever, and then I'm like, oh, he's so stupid strong.
But yeah, getting the achievements wasn't that hard when you got good at a character.
Assist off of his own hits, which makes him ridiculous. Like, he should not have that upgrade.
I sort of bring up RWBY GE because I still have only one achievement left in the game, and that's the solo finish.
Well, that's the one I was talking about. Most people that I know completed that did it with Blake.
But yeah, I haven't gotten that achievement yet because I'm saving it for a video.
Oh, okay. Have fun.
I've tried doing it before and I did horrible, but I've know all the buttons now. I've got a lot of skill going into it.
Okay,
Hey, we should play it one day, like, if everyone still has it.
play what?
Like, this group should play Grim Eclipse.
Oh, heck, I can't because I don't have a console.
Yeah, I'm
You don't
on
have a computer
laptop.
either?
Yep. We can play Amity Arena together, but man, I don't know.
I wanted to play some. Well, I guess either one of them isn't good. I was gonna say I wanted to play something next weekend, but Grim Eclipse is
Anyway,
not, so fine.
on that note, we should probably end the podcast here because it's nearly been an hour and a half at this point. This has been a long one.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna dip out.
Anyway, guys,
Well,
so links to my YouTube page and my Twitter page will be down below, along with a link to Amino for you guys to possibly even join in the podcast yourselves. It is a fun time to chat and talk science and
If
just
you can
general
download it
stuff
off
as
the App
well.
Store.
Next week,
also, forget subscribe.
next week it's going to be the last 3 characters, which is Glinda. I've forgotten the other 2. Shoot. Alright, but yeah, there's.
Oscar and Oscar?
No, I don't. I'm not including them because they don't really have a confirmed semblance.
Oh, okay.
All the characters I'm going to talk about next week have a confirmed semblance. And then the week after that, we'll talk about characters that don't have confirmed semblances, but they have theories about what their semblance could be. Or stupidity of, like, someone's told me, oh, this person has a semblance when they actually don't. Or, like, they don't have a confirmed one. Anyway, I'm the Mad Scientist out. Do you have anything to add to the very end?
Let me think here. How are you? For overrun win.
Hello, fella. Oh,
Hello
did you
there.
see that thing I sent you?
No, I did not. Let me see.
I sent you a thing. It's not a rumor.
Okay.
I thought it was so funny.
Later, guys. I'm gonna just end it here.